Sup shooters, my name is Logan aka Spider Hands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out an EP by an act named Vices Inc. titled Rolling 82. Switching over to here where we have 9 tracks. We're going to listen to each of these from start to finish and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Starting with the experience.
Welcome. Please keep your hands and feet attached to your body at all times. Welcome at all times.
This is very different to what I'm used to from Vices Inc.
Welcome. Please keep your hands and feet attached to your body. Body. Welcome at all times. Welcome at all times. Welcome at all times.
Okay, I'm digging these sort of synthetic electronic elements with the guitars, and the welcome, the introduction to it, works perfectly well as an intro. Gets you used to the overall vibe of it. That bomb 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 sounds like you're waiting for like an airplane or something. Like someone's gonna come over the intercom or something like that.
Sit back and enjoy the experience. Welcome.
Dope, let's do it. Jukebox Hero.
Standing in the rain with his head hung low, couldn't get a ticket, it was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd, he could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall, then like a distant scream, he heard one guitar just blew him away. Saw stars in his eyes, and the very next day bought a beat-up 6-string in a secondhand store.
I like this story that's being told here. It's interesting. It's just this is gonna be a different ride to the previous material from Vices Inc. And I'm here for it. It's sort of theatrical.
Didn't know how to play it, but he knew for sure that one guitar felt good in his hands. Didn't take long.
Dope guitar tone.
Understand, just one guitar slung way down low.
Drums are punchy.
Was a one-way ticket.
Nice quarter note groove.
Only one way to go. So he started rocking. Ain't never gonna stop. Gotta keep on rocking. Someday you're gonna make it to the top and be a jukebox hero. Got stars in his eyes. A jukebox hero.
Ooh, okay. I hear that guitar line there. I dig it. I like it. That's a slick little tail on that. All right. We got the guitars. We got this singer. The singer for Vices Inc. is obviously feeling very comfortable in her position now. This is the strongest performance I've heard from her yet. Lots of presence. Fascinating performance from that from the guitar melodies. Phaser?
In a heavy downpour, thought he passed his own shadow by the backstage door, like a trip through the past.
There we go.
That day in the rain, and that one guitar made his whole life change. Now he needs to keep on rocking. He just can't stop. Gotta keep on rocking. That boy has got to stay on top and be a jukebox hero. Got stars in his eyes. A jukebox hero.
Lovely vocal harmonies. It's definitely from an earlier era of music, but I have all the time for it. It's great to see them trying new things. Yeah. What else do I want to say about it? Those vocal harmonies were gorgeous. I love the slower pace to it in these halftime chorus sections. That jukebox hero hit line being repeated. Stars in his eyes. Okay. We got a solo. Okay. Like this. Oh man, that shred's good, dude. Those pentatonics. Slides. It's nice and clean, actually. This guy has got to keep on rocking. He just can't stop. Dude, I can kind of relate to this, man. I remember picking up the guitar and I didn't want to put that thing down. I'm feeling sort of euphoric from this, dude. This is cool. It's relatable, man. It's relatable. It's relatable. I know people who are like this. They just get into music and they just don't want to stop, and they've just got so much passion for it. And it's like, music is truly a magical thing, how it transforms people and their lives. Oh, she going all that way up into her head voice. She letting that out. That's cool. Damn, those drums are pretty. The drums are pocketing as well, dude. Like, it's cool. I enjoyed that solo. I miss guitar solos. And you're talking to someone who regularly listens to like metal and like kind of like all sorts of kind of heavy stuff. But I love this kind of solos too, you know? It doesn't need to be full on shred or sweep picking or tapping stuff or any of the Toast and the Barcy or Henson kind of craziness. It can be these kind of sort of more straightforward bluesy, rocky solos. They just have so much presence, and they're such a nice little addition to songs like this. But the story is already really good. And I mean, I know I've roughly, you know, I've got a rough conclusion of the story of that song. Don't get me wrong. It's more like, what am I trying to say here? Wait, how is this at 422? And that's at 342. Did I stop it right when it was in between changing tracks? Oh, I did too. Spotify's confused. Okay. But yeah, the bass line was nice and smooth. The guitar obviously was a lot of fun. And those backing vocals with the main, it had a lot of presence in the mix, and I've got a lot of time for that. It's good. We're going to move on to Rolling 82. Yup. Thick sounding bass. Now, is that fingerstyle or pick?
Are you ready?
I think it's fingerstyle, isn't it?
'Cause here we go.
Let's try to escape our minds, flow with the music as we roll in time, break away from our everyday. We need a little more, and that's okay. Feeling lost and left behind, don't need a reason to make this right.
Da 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 da. This is his looping rhythm guitar line. The bass, nice poignant, keeps the groove going. Drums are supportive.
Let's try to live this dream. The emotion is what it seems.
You know, the synth there is a nice addition there. It's a little bit of color to the mix, and fills everything in quite nice in the mid upper frequency bands. Good melody there. The way that it worked with the overall harmony was really pretty there. It soared across. I really enjoyed that.
Down, you're on the ground. Get a funny feeling you won't let down. Move on, just like the sound. Feeling the groove is all around.
So there's two vocalists here, and they're singing together, and they're having a great time. Okay, and so from what I can understand, the situation is that these two are like a couple or something like that, or they've found each other at a roller rink and they're just having a date or something like that, or maybe they met for the first time and they're just like vibing, you know? Piano? Good addition there. A little bit of tension there. A little legato stuff as well on the vocals. Oh, that's an organ. There's an organ in there as well. I like these subtle additions to this. It's good fun. No restrictions on who you want to be. This line is being repeated. Is this more focused on the fact that you just need to be the best version of yourself and to try not to get too wound up in the small things?
No restrictions on who you wanna be.
Boom, 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 boom. Is there like an octave or a fifth harmony going on there? Synth solo. Yay!
Oh yeah.
It's simple, but it's a nice change.
Build a mind with a crazy love you just can't buy. Who am I to not comply to everything I feel? I just won't hide.
Hear the song, feel the beat while we're rolling along.
Following me.
Dance until the dawn.
This makes me feel nostalgic for something I've never done. That's really kind of messed up if you think about it. But like, I mean messed up because I didn't get to do it. I feel bad. It messes me up that I didn't get to experience the roller rinks. Like back in the 80s. And like, I was born in 1991. I didn't exist back then. But this song is making me want to go and do that. And that's a wild thing. I am feeling the song. And it's not even just as a music reviewer. There's something special about Rolling 82, the self-titled off of this EP. It gives me life. That's when you know you've got something really special, when the person listening to your music like starts imagining or feeling stuff they didn't expect. You've hit something really important. That's really good.
Come on, feel the beat, now we're rolling along.
Following me.
Inhibitions gone.
Holding that note, we're gonna drop. We're repeating it. Oh no. Apologies.
Are you coming for the ride?
Wow. I like that little bit of modulation there. Those little da-da-da-da-da, those little cuts. There was a lot of vocal sizzle there going on. That sounded like that would have been kind of brutal. But I know that they've got good vocal technique, so that's all good. But if you try and do that and you don't have the good vocal technique, it can be a little bit rough. You know what I mean? And that fun little melody repeats. And it just finished with the bow. It does sound like a great song. It's got a really positive vibe to it. No inhibitions. It's just enjoying the moment and having a great time. I think this is the aim of this album, this EP as I understand it. which I have a lot of respect for. I think that it's good to people need positive music nowadays, like unequivocally positive music. You know, it's there's so much stuff on the opposite end of the spectrum that it needs to kind of counterbalance it, and Vices Inc. are trying to do that. Love is a Battlefield. Oh, this is tremendously 80s. This is tremendous.
We are young. Heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield.
Hang on a minute, can I just check something real quick? I was trying to figure out if I heard this song before, but this is this, and I'm gonna get in real trouble here if this is not the case. Is this a cover of Pat Benatar? Oh, that chorus there. Got those Phil Collins chimey kind of bits going on around the headphones. The eternal question, why is it that you hurt me? Is it my fault or are you just you know, like, it's hard to tell sometimes. It's a very faithful cover, to be fair. It is, man. Like, cause like the crime I think I've committed before, like now or up until now, is not listening to enough Pat Benatar. She's made some phenomenal music, dude. She's a really kick-ass musician. I'm gonna listen to more Pat Benatar after this because I got that vibe going, you know? I think these electric drums are very authentic. I like the way that things have been panned in the mix. I like the intro where you had the different vocal parts on the different side of the headphones. I like those little guitar licks that go in every now and then. Damn, man, there's no way this will die. Is this going to continue for the rest of our lives? Or is this relationship gonna survive because even with the hurt, it's worth it? Imagine like seeing this live. It would have been groovy to go to concerts back in the 80s, dude. Ooh, we went really high there. Now that wasn't something that I was expecting. That was pretty wild. What's going on there, Vices Inc? That put a lot of effort into the CPA. This is just continual growth.
Searching our hearts for so long, both of us knowing love is a battlefield.
And we're going quiet. We're going quiet. We're fading out. We got that 80s fade. Love is a battlefield. And the lyrics were simple, but they were powerful, man. Pat Benatar, my goodness. Just what an incredible lyricist, eh? And this was a faithful cover. I can identify and relate it to the original after double checking them. Again, because I found it was familiar. That's it's a good sign, you know, like. I think it's cool to have covers and records like this. I think that when you play them this well, it's a tribute. And I think that Pat Benatar would be happy with this. Yep, the guitar lines came in when they needed to be. Yeah, the bum, these 80s kind of pads that were littered throughout, which were faithful to the original. And yeah, I think if you tried to do more with the song than Vices Inc. did, it would have been diminishing returns. So I'm glad they didn't go too crazy with this effort. Baby, your love. Baby, your love. Okay. Nice extended chords in this arpeggio. All right. Where are we going with this, though? Like,
Wishing for a love that was infallible. Adoration brighter than the sun.
adoration brighter than the sun is a cool line. I dig that. Same with the drum, guitar, and bass. They're pretty dope.
Harder than a wrecking ball. I knew you were the one.
Damn, man. There's such an interesting vibe to this EP. It's such a great way to start the week. I love this. I love starting the week with this, man. I've been trying to get up earlier because I have a tendency to stay up really late with work and then get up late and then I feel like garbage. But tried getting up earlier today, which is probably why I looked like a resurrected corpse. And I'm really glad I did. This is good fun. Oh, that shift. There's some interesting sort of there's some interesting chord progressions going on here.
Baby, you're my love.
Oh, that finished nicely.
Baby, you are love. Overcoming every obstacle.
And finishing on that hook line there to kind of lead things in it. Dope. Sick.
Until just you and I remain. I have a love for you that's animal.
Good. Good. I've been waiting for something like that. It's great to hear her sort of exercise a little bit with the ornamentation and that kind of stuff. I can't do it because I'm not a trained vocalist, but Vices Inc. can. It's nice to hear that. I think that's cool because it's great. It's one thing to be able to hold the notes like nice and clearly, like has been happening throughout this EP so far, but to also just mess with expectations a little. We got, you know, add some little shifts to that phrasing.
It cannot be contained.
And there you go. That was a nice contrast. Boom, 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 boom. Well, what is that chord progression? Like, you got the sixth, and then you got to go back into the first chord, and then you've got it going into the third. That is a really fascinating chord progression. 6-1-3. Wow. I haven't heard that one before. I'm gonna have to remember that one. That's kind of dope.
Baby, you are love. We're
It's great that she's got that higher vocal range because you need it to stand on top of all the other instruments. Sounds crisp and clear in that stereo field.
Just know it's you I'm wishing on.
And bass is going higher as well.
Baby, your
How are you holding that? How are you holding that? That was such a long hold there. You'd have to get so much air into here, man, like to be able to do that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy stuff.
know we are unbreakable until death do us part.
Oh, okay. That's just a permanent
A
thing.
mark that is indelible right across my heart. Whoa. Baby, you're my love.
You know it's a good riff when like you find yourself nodding your head and grooving to it. This isn't like me with every single review I do. Like sometimes you're just sitting there kind of going, you know, but this one is it. This one's fun. It's got a quarter note accent.
Baby, you are love.
Baby, you are love. Okay, cool. Nice carry.
You are love.
This is something I'm a little more familiar with from Vices Inc. Like in terms of the tone of it, but I kind of also like the synth stuff and the sort of 80s elements that are coming up. Oh, that was a smooth little fill at the end, wasn't it? Fade out with the guitars. Well, not a fade out, the guitars are just decay. There was, you know, there's a sustain and decay with the guitar output. Cool. Yep. I think everyone listening to Baby Your Love understood what it was about. For sure. It's about someone having that much of a mark on you that they're just your life now, right? I think everybody kind of wishes they could be that for someone. You got Xanadu. Ah, cool. What is Xanadu about?
A place where nobody dared to go. The love that we came to know, they call it Xanadu. It takes your breath, could leave you blind. And now, open your eyes and see.
This is very different to what I'm used to from them. I'll just be a moment. Yeah, I was confusing this for like the Rush song.
What we have made is real. We are in Xanadu. I dream of it. We are for you.
I love these cute little I dream of you bits that are on the tail end of the main vocal lines. It sounds heavenly. There's a sort of like a nirvana that's being accomplished. No, nirvana isn't the right word. Like
A million lights are dancing and there you are. The
so pretty.
shooting star. And never
Ah, you did the shimmers. Good job. They did the shimmers. That was the right place to do the shimmers.
eternally. Xanadu. Xanadu. Now we are here. Xanadu.
These are gorgeous vocal harmonies. What is this song? Who are Vices Inc? This is something like next level, dude. I like this.
Xanadu. Xanadu. Now we are here. Xanadu. Xanadu, your neon lights will shine.
This is so different to what I'm used to from Vices Inc. This is a big shift. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
For you, Xanadu, the love, the echoes of long ago. You needed the world to know they are in Xanadu.
Every breath you drift away.
The dream that came through a million years.
Kind of reminds me of ABBA a little bit.
That lived on through all the tears. It came to Xanadu.
What happened to you?
A million lights are dancing, and there you are, the shooting star. Another lasting world, and you're here with me eternally.
You've got these really angelic vocal lines with these guitars, the piano parts that are so bright and fresh and special, and you've got the shimmers on the star after the star parts, and the drums are just keeping that good old the beautiful vibes from this. That very simple bam bam bam, that bass line, and then Xanadu, you know, they got that chorus line going there. I like it. I like it.
Now we are here. Now we are here.
Now that I'm here, now that you're near, in Xanadu. Now that
This sounds like it could be a holiday track. This sounds like it could be a holiday
Now
track.
that you're near, in
I think that's probably one of my top 10 favorite tracks I've listened throughout my reviews. That song there is one of my top 10. That one there specifically, there is just so much cool stuff occurring within it. It's probably the strongest single I've heard so far. One of the there's two songs from Vices Inc. Xanadu is one of them, and there's another one which I'll have a look. I want to just double check the name of it. The melody line has been stuck in my head ever since, like for the hook, for the chorus, the melody has been stuck in my head ever since I reviewed it, since like last year, and it's that there is something real special. Xanadu, just everything about it is practically flawless. There's just all these bits in the right places. That's an incredibly strong track from them. If this doesn't get as much like play time as Hold On Gravitron, which is also a fantastic song, don't get me wrong. I really like Gravitron. I have listened to Gravitron before. I enjoyed it. Xanadu is pretty fucking good. Hold On Gravitron, number 7. Yeah, so I'm familiar with Pretty Boy JG. Pretty Boy JG as well. That bass line is so energetic and playful. Oh, sample.
You're on your knees the second I leave, and draw me back in. Our history always repeats.
That synth bass line doesn't resolve, does it?
The way that you pull me to the edge, kick my feet off the ground. The way that you're pulling me to the edge, I can't fight. Hold on, Gravitron. Hold on, like a gravitron. Hold on,
So the voice on the right is Pretty Boy JG, is that right? Because I'm hearing the two voices and I wasn't sure the first time, but I think that might be the case. Yeah, and I suppose, like, I'm very familiar with how the song works because I have reviewed it previously, but that hold on, Gravitron, it's just so, the vocal melody is simple, but it hangs well over the chord harmonies and bass line. You got these head voice falsetto, you know these higher bits where the voice becomes more of an instrument. I dig that. And that da 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 goes in smoothly to this new verse.
We'll never be free. Your touch is unforgiving. Our history always repeats, ending at the beginning. The way that you pull me to the edge, kick my feet off the ground. The way that you're pulling me to the edge, I can't
Yeah, the song's basically about having someone who just pulls you in and again and again and again and doesn't let you go, and you end up with them and you're like, you don't really want to be with them, but you keep doing it anyways. And at some point you have to just either completely separate yourself, like completely sever the chains, or you have to do some drastic measures, right? The touch is devastating.
round and around like a gravitron.
Yeah. Pretty horrendous. Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun at all. This is a little bit one of the darker songs on this track, but it's so bright, and there's a sort of sense of actually no, I hesitate to say that there's sort of a positive kind of vibe to the synths. Because of the way the synths follow the chord progression in the bass line, there is a sort of a disdain almost. No, not a disdain. It's not, disdain isn't the right word. It's more well, there's objectively a dissonance there, isn't there?
The way that you pull me to the edge, kick my feet off the ground.
Oh, that's brutal.
Pulling me to the edge, I can't
That kick is sidechaining pretty well. I like how it's present with the bass guitar and everything like that. There's a lot going on to the mix in this song. It's nice and loud, I gotta be honest. Like, Vices Inc. have definitely got the mastering side of things. You know, there's a brick wall, but it ain't being too unforgiving. You know, it's good. There's dynamic range. Round and round like a gravitron. Round and round like a gravitron. Yep, doesn't end. The song doesn't bear a conclusion for it. It's just an observation that it doesn't seem like it's ever going to end, and that's kind of sad, you know. I feel bad about that. Now, Pretty Boy JG, you know, worked well with Vices Inc. on this. I think the chorus work was great. It was nice to have the version on either side showcasing both people feeling like each other is doing that. There was sort of a sense of just general frustration about it. But also the way it was delivered was like, yeah, we just accept this. We just know it sucks, but we accept it. It's just maybe practicing, trying to talk to the other person to say, no, we need to stop this, get out of this. But yeah, that was Hold On Gravitron. Now, number 7. We've got Have To Get Started next. Second to last track. Oh, wow. We're going with these. A little bit of a These drums. That synth. Guitar on either side. Double take guitars. Good job. Double tracked. Oh, that's a nice low end tone to that rhythm guitar.
Run from the clock again. See the hands spinning fast as you can. You go. Avoid beginning. You're having fun and then look in the mirror. Where's your smile? The wrinkles getting clearer.
Where's your smile? The wrinkles getting clearer. Oh no, what are we going to next?
You always think.
You always think.
You have more time. You always think.
You always think.
No. Don't you be giving me an existential crisis right now with this. You gotta get started and don't waste time stuff. It's my nightmare every day. I think, man, I gotta get started on stuff. I'm running out of time. And like, it's a hereditary thing because my dad used to do the same thing, except yeah, that's a story for another time. Yeah, wow. This is getting real.
Have more
You have more time.
You don't.
to get started, or you're much older. Have to get started again before it's too late.
Before it's too late. Oh no, we are going down that road. Vices Inc., you're doing me in, man. Oh no, I get anxious about this stuff, dude. I get it. I get why it's on this album. It's like, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep rolling, right? You know, like, don't let time pass. Your future's ahead of you, but crush, man, like, oh, it gets me.
Started, or you're much older. Have to get started again before it's too late. Nobody can explain what's it all for. To settle for mundane. Don't you want more? Don't shy away from life. This is your one run. You never know which day could be your last one. You always think you have more time. You always
You always
think
think.
you have more time.
You always think you have more time, but you don't have more time. And it's like trying to motivate you. That is a very charismatic synth that's going on, you know? Don't get me wrong.
Have to get started, or you're much older. Have to get started again before it's too late. Have to get started, or you're much older. Have to get started again before it's too late. Have to get started, or you're much older. Have to get started again before it's too late.
Sorry, I'm just like vibing along to this track. Like, I had like a moment, and then my brain kind of clocked out a little bit. The drums are catchy. You got this eighth note groove going on.
Have to get started, or you're much
The bass is basically the floor of the mix of in this track. It's good,
get started again before it's too late.
and the guitar is following the vocal line.
You always think you have more time.
These different ways of repeating these lines with different vocal timbres and textures is fun. I dig that. The whispering is like, you really need to pay attention to this.
You always think
Solo.
you have more time.
Solo. Dude, I would love to play I know this is kind of how do I say this? This just makes me want to play guitar. This just makes me want to play guitar hearing these guitar solos. I enjoy it. I'm one of those people that whenever I hear someone doing a really cool guitar solo, I'm like, I want to do one too, you know? But this isn't it. It's so simple, yet it's so works so well with the rest of the instruments, man. The lead guitarist knows exactly how to phrase a solo meaningfully. Little chromaticisms. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about that, because that was really well done. You started slow and you're like, oh, okay, it's repeating the main sort of musical theme, and then you got the and the tap taps, and it's like, wow, okay, Vices Inc. I see you ain't pocketing no more. You putting that stuff out there. I dig it. Okay. I'm pumped. I'm very... Get started before you get older. Have to get started before it's too... I'm gonna have that stuck in my head for the rest of the day. Okay, this gets a heart too, alright? Xanadu is still firmly my favorite, but Hold On Gravitron, Have to Get Started is motivating, man. I actually, like, I no joke. No joke. I'm actually considering having this as, like, a ringtone for, like, an alarm or something like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun to have that as an alarm for, like, when I need to start work. Because it's motivating, dude. Repeating this vocal line. Main message. And you got this. Is this just a really long fade out? You got those double takes of the before it's too late at the end for that extra little bit of it sort of like gets before it's too late, you know, like that got me, dude. That was a good song.
I've been dreaming of a holiday beneath the swaying palm trees in the wharf, napping on the beach with drink in hand, away from everybody that I know.
This is a holidays EP, isn't it? This is meant to be the summer vibe. I think a lot of people need a holiday right now.
No more waking up at 5 a.m. to see the sights and always make the most. I'll be living free without any plans, and just for once vacation won't be work.
Just for once, vacation won't be work. Oh, that hits. Oh, that sucks. I can relate to that. I can relate to that. Damn, man. A holiday from my holiday.
A holiday away from my own holiday.
That minor shift, interesting.
That's what I've been craving most. A holiday away from my holiday. That's where I'm about to go.
And we just finish on that diminished. Boom, 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 boom. It was a B. It was a minor 7 flat 5. It was a D, B minor 7 flat 5 / D. Okay, that was a cool chord because you don't know whether that holiday is actually going to come. When you finish with a diminished chord like that, or a very sort of like a transitional chord that has no end, it's just open-ended. You hope that they have the holiday, but it's a question. I'm trying to process this album, this EP, because there's like a lot to take in from it. The Experience, Jukebox Hero, Rolling 82, Love is a Battlefield, Baby Your Love, Xanadu. These all were unique experiences within this album. I mean, within this record. I keep saying, apparently it's an EP, right? It says album, so I keep saying album, but apparently this is like it's like an extended EP, which is dope, from Vices Inc. Again, it's like I think it's good that Vices Inc. were able to experiment with different concepts. I think this was very important. They're so good at what they've done previously with like the sort of there's been some synthy electronic stuff in the past, but it's mostly been sort of like rock and punk and kind of like alternative stuff. This has been a fantastic change. The Love is a Battlefield cover was sensational and very true to the original, and I have a lot of time and a lot of love for that. Even like the start with the intro bits where they pan the vocals and stuff was really cool. The solo, in fact, everything from Have to Get Started was just pretty. It was visceral for me in the sense that I could relate to the themes of that song so directly that it was like very real for me. But I love the way the music tries to motivate you to get into it. Come on, you can still do stuff. Come on, don't give up. You don't have to be sad about it. You can do stuff. It just pushes you. Hold On Gravitron was a cautionary tale about, you know, those people that you can't get out of your life. Baby Your Love was just, oh, it was just that true love, man. You know, Xanadu. I mean, I spent so much time gushing over that euphoria, that special place people go to when they're in that high time, that place where they're super duper happy with everything. And I believe that they were happy together, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just take a quick listen. Yeah, so this is like when they're together, right? When they're together, they just feel like that the stars are full of, you know, like the stars are in the sky, and it's such a beautiful, it's such effective music because it allows you to imagine it so clearly. It's so well written. It is just so, it's so meaningful because of that. It's not like they didn't just sit down to write a song and go, oh, we'll put a chord here and we'll do some drum beats here. This is a band that's finding maturity in the way they write their music. And it's very promising. Vices Inc. at this point in time are an act where I think they could actually make some really good progress. As a group of professional musicians, I think they're gonna find their place with this EP. I really hope they do. I really hope that they are able to capitalize on their growth throughout this EP. Whatever they put out in future. I mean, if it's, I don't know what is going to come next for Vices Inc. This is just such a solid, there's not a single weak track in this. Rolling 82, it was pretty dope. Jukebox Hero was just such a great character and mood to it, man. And the experience was just such a fun way to start things. You know, Rolling 82 evoked this idea of being at the roller rink and like skating together. It's just, you know, it covers a lot of the elements of love and relationships and the trials and tribulations that we get from Vices Inc. in previous records. But it focuses more on the positive elements of it and the joy that comes from that. And it's a break from a lot of the stuff that we hear in music nowadays, where it's a lot more on the negative side of things, and that sucks. And I understand why there's a focus on the minor side of things, because hearing how someone's happy in a relationship a lot of the time isn't a lot of fun, because it's like a lot of people just cannot relate to being happy in a relationship, even if they're married, you know, like, because people struggle with relationships, you know. And like, yeah, it's wild, dude. A Holiday for My Holiday hit me pretty hard. That there was beautiful. It was a sensational performance from the singer. It was very raw. You could tell that there was just a frustration with not being able to escape. We just wanted to just sit on a beach with a drink and just enjoy their time without the trials and tribulations of everything else. They just want to have space. And that's the problem, that even during, I think, even with the quarantine and lockdowns and stuff like that, to bring that up, I think, because it's still relevant in a lot of parts of the world. Even when people weren't at work, they were still at work, you know? What the unfortunate thing I think that's come of people being stuck at home is that people are working from home now. So home is work. Work is work. Everywhere is work. There is no downtime. You literally have to isolate yourself, and people think something's wrong if you don't answer your phone. It's so fucked up, man. But I completely get it. I get A Holiday for My Holiday. One of the strongest releases I've heard all year. Rolling 82. By far. There is no bias towards Vices Inc. because I objectively have just seen the growth of this band. I love their previous releases. This is it's that little bit more you can tell they've had, through their previous experiences, they've learned and they're continuing to build. And if this was played live, it'd be sensational and phenomenal. I'd have all the time in the world for it. But this is effectively a review of Rolling 82 by Vices Inc. Yay! I genuinely had a good time with this. It's not often that I'm this happy after reviewing an EP or an album like this. It's genuinely. I mean, you see my reviews. If you're watching this and you see me this excited, you know I'm not always like this. And that's important, because if I act like this every time I look at a album reviewer, like a lot of people that I've sort of checked out, it just seems like I'm taking the piss a little bit, you know? It doesn't seem like I'm really genuine. So you just got to be real, and, you know, that can come with the territory of making people upset sometimes when I don't act the way they want me to act, but I don't fucking care. You know, it's what it is. It's what it is. You make good music, you make me happy. Yeah. Thank you for watching this review of Rolling 82 by Vices Inc. Please do go show them some love via their various social medias and Spotify. I think this EP comes out on the 20th of August. They've done well. I'm really proud of Vices Inc. for what they've managed to accomplish here. I look forward to what they do in future. If I wasn't sold before, I am now. I am now. Yeah. Shout out to Pretty Boy JG as well for his work on Hold On Gravitron. Please do stay cool, stay safe, and remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as you need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands out.